Hey everybody, how's everyone doing out there in the virtual world, Facebook world, YouTube, wherever you are? I just wanted to come on just for a few minutes. I just really want to just talk about just dive into it and get straight to it. I just want to talk about unforgiveness. Unforgiveness. That's been like bothering me for the last couple days about unforgiveness. Just one of my testimonies. I have many testimonies, but one of them was unforgiving people that have done things to me when I was a kid. That was like the hardest thing that I could do was forgiving people that have done bad things to me as a kid. When I got saved in 2012, I didn't really know a lot about, forgiving or changing things or correcting things as they should, as God would want them to be. I think, when you come from a past of hurt, pain, trauma, suffering, grief, depression, addictions, when you come from a life full of that for many years, it can really take a heavy effect on your life, on your mental life. And when you get in church, everything has to change. Everything has to change. Your mind, your process, how you process things, and how you understand things has to change. Your understanding start to be opening, and some things you gotta deal with it. It's like you gotta. We suppressed it, before I got saved. I suppressed a lot of things, and my hurt, my pain. I suppressed all that, all the molestations, and I had to suppress that stuff. But when I got over here, I had to face that stuff. And I was just thinking, man, this was a hard topic for me to even talk about, because us as people, it's hard for us to give people for the things they have done to us in our life, because it caused trauma, it caused hurt, it caused pain, it caused confusion, it caused sadness, it caused you to be depressed. You know what I mean? It caused you to be separated and isolated, and it just caused a lot of things. And man, I had to really think on that thing. It was hard. I had to get counseling. I had to seek help, because I couldn't forgive them men what they had did to me and my cousins. Like I couldn't forgive these men, man. And they dead and gone now. And I'm glad that I made peace with myself and with God. I don't really like talking about it, but sometimes you just never know who's going through what, and it's a lot of people that's dealing with that, and we have to forgive in order to move forward, because the Bible do say if we don't forgive, we won't be forgiven. So, God forgave us from our sins and things that we've done in the dark and in secret and even in the opening. We have to forgive. Y'all, we have to forgive in order to move forward in your life. You have to forgive people for what they've done to you. Damage is already done. Yes, trauma is already done. Hurt, pain, it's already done. It caused mental stress, mental illness, physical problems and things like that. Man, I done been down through there, man. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people don't know that, because I kept a lot of stuff in secret. I kept it hid from the world, hid from people, hid from my family, hid from my friends, But unforgiveness, you would never be able to move forward. You would never be able to grow. You would never be able to see what it really is. Sometimes we put ourselves through things. A lot of times we put ourselves through things, and a lot of times we don't, because we innocent. Especially when you're a kid, you're innocent. I was an innocent kid, you know what I'm saying? And I forgave him. I did. but I'm still hurt. So it's like, dang, you know? Only thing, sometimes it'll come to my mind and I get a little emotional about it, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things could have been avoided if I would have got the attention that I needed. It could have been avoided, you know? I've seen a lot of things, man. I watched my cousin get raped. That's been bothering me so bad. So bad because I have to keep reliving it. I have to keep seeing that same thing, man. It could have been me, man. I watched this man from the beginning to the end, what he did to my cousin. He was picking us out. He was picking us out. I was on the couch. She was on the floor. Somebody let him in through the back door. He said he was going to the bathroom. I wasn't even asleep. The man told him, look, they in there asleep. My mom went home. She was at work. She worked at night. And he came in. The man looked at me. He looked at my cousin. He took his pick. He picked her. God knows if he would have picked me, what would have happened? I wasn't asleep. I laid there, 11 years old, 12 years old. I laid there, scared, under the cover, hot, just scared, tense, didn't know what to do. I couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do nothing. The man raped my cousin. I seen everything. She was dead asleep like she was dead. I couldn't even help her. Couldn't even help my cousin. I had to forget that man. I had to forget that man for what he did to my cousin. Lord help me. I forgave him. But the hurt is still there. The man that molested me, I had to forgive him. But the hurt is still there. Because it made me turn into a different person. I wasn't a normal kid, you know? I wasn't a normal kid. I didn't get to live my childhood like I should have. I got pregnant at 13. That was the talk of the town. I shamed my mom, my family. But they never knew the dark secrets, though. They never knew what happened to me as a child. The damage. Didn't understand the fear. God knew the whole time. So much was going on. I just wanted to take my life. Didn't even want to live no more. Didn't even want to have my kid. I tried to kill myself and my kid at 6 months. I jumped in front of a train. Just, what's to live for? I'm damaged. What's to live for? But I had to forgive these people, man. I had to forgive this man. I had to forgive these men, multiple. I never thought I could forgive them. They hurted me so bad. They hurted me so bad. They was watching me as a kid. One man told me, when you grow up, I'm going to get you. I didn't understand that as a kid when they told me that, but I did as I got older. I used to do little things around the house and I see him looking under my dress, you know. Be careful who you let in your home. Be careful who you let around your children. There's a lot of pedophiles around here. Be careful. Because your child could be snatched just like that, unaware. The enemy is shrewd. He don't care. He will take you right under your nose. Parents, pay attention to your kids, especially your daughters. Now you got to worry about your boys. But we must forgive, because if we don't forgive, the Lord will not forgive us. I did not forgive until I got saved. But it still hurt to talk about it, because I'm reliving it. But I forgave those men what they did to me and my cousins. I forgave them. But now they got to face the Lord of judgment for what they did. They got to face the Lord now. It's out of my hands, out of my control. I did my part. But I'm going to leave this with y'all. Forgive whoever done something to you. Forgive them, because God will never forgive you for it. He forgave us. Now it's time for you to do your part. You got to forgive them. That's all I had. Y'all be blessed.